live.
This is Metaphysical Meanderings with Master Psychic Lana Duncan Hartgraves. Lana has been a practicing psychic for 25 years and has gifts of clairaudience, clairvoyance, and clairsentience. She is an empath, a medium, as well as a pet communicator and health advisor. This week we discuss what everybody wants to know and everybody's been stuck in: being surrounded by people with terribly low vibrations. Lana, good morning.
Good morning. I ran in here. I don't know. I had my last day of school yesterday. I got to just clean out my classroom now. So I'm starting to enjoy myself. So if you guys see me even more. Oh, look at my hair. I've been driving with a convertible. If you guys see me out there with a lot more videos, things like that, I'm really hitting it hard this summer. Oh, this is Kent, by the way. You guys don't, this is Kent. You guys always say he has a sexy voice. I am supposed to tell you that. They're like, oh, he has a nice voice. I hear that all the time on my Facebook and stuff. They're like, it's just Kent. It's just Kent. It's Kent. Yeah.
That's because we have left the imagination open.
Yeah, there you go.
Now they go, oh.
Well, you do have a nice voice, because even when you pick up the phone on your business phone, you have this voice like this. And
I've got as everybody just saw, I have a face for radio.
Yes. Kent and Pete both have great voices.
And good morning. Sorry, we're running a little bit late.
Yes.
We had some technical difficulty.
That's right. Yes. Yeah. So anyway, the reason that I was supposed to do the houses, right? The houses. And I will be getting to that podcast, by the way. But what I am doing, you guys, is talking about people with low vibrations, because being Mercury in retrograde, and that is what we are going through as Mercury in retrograde. Hi, Mary. Hi, Kizzy. What's going on is that when you're in Mercury in retrograde, you think old things come up. I don't know about you, but as I'm sleeping, I'll think back to when I was 5 years old. She wronged me. That was horrible. It comes back because it hasn't been healed. So Mercury in retrograde is a great time to heal. Well, I'm going to be honest with you. I've got a lot of low vibration people in my life, or I've had them. And I had an epiphany that I have to forgive them. And I'm going to talk about how to deal with it, because if you've gone through your awakening, or you're watching me for a reason, because you're trying to learn how to lift your vibration too, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And my vibration is like, I overwhelm people sometimes. I don't know if you guys can tell that, but it's my vibration I give off. My vibes, I just give extremely intense vibration. And a lot of people, especially if their vibrations are low, they can't handle it. And I'm going to tell you something about people with low vibrations. Okay. They bully you. They want your vibration as low as theirs. So, and you know what I mean? Vibration. It's more than just, oh, thank you, Kizzy. They like my laptop. All it is a cover. But remember, I do all
everything's tie-dye.
We're looking at my laptop, and it has tie-dye all over it. Okay. So back to this, the bullying, the pulling you down type thing. First of all, if you have a really high vibration where you've had an awakening, or you're, I can guarantee that if you're an empath too, I can guarantee it's all connected. And if you have a very fast, high vibration, people don't like you. People are sometimes, not everybody. I'm talking people with low vibrations. You threaten them. She thinks she's so wonderful. They start to bully you. And I don't know if everybody's aware of that. Is that true for all of you? Someone needs to let me know. Okay. Okay. Foggy picture. My husband just said that my picture's foggy on There. Oh, it is a little bit. I have to upgrade my pictures on Facebook. Anyway, so I might have to upgrade you
Well,
guys.
here's the other thing. Visit her on YouTube. Visit her on 216 The Net Facebook. Visit her on 216 The Net YouTube. Follow any of her podcasts,
Yes.
Apple Podcasts,
Yes.
Anchor.fm.
And I am going to iHeartRadio.
iHeartRadio.
I'm going to be downloading to iHeartRadio.
How about that?
So you're going to have to send me a copy so that they can take a look at them. Yeah.
That's
so
exciting.
anyway, I'm on a lot of platforms. Anyway, so getting back to the bullying. Now, I am processing it, and I've taught for 30 years. Now, you guys know this will be my 31st year of school teaching. I'm ready to retire. I don't think I can handle it anymore. I'm done. And I'm making the transition to do this full time. And I've been I don't think anybody understands the educational system, because I could sit here and talk about, I can make my own podcast doing that.
Sure.
Because it's not the kids, it's the system and the adults that are the problem. The bullying that goes on among teachers, if you think that, and for 1 second, in a high school or a middle school or even an elementary school, that the bullying is bad among the kids, you have to see the teachers to believe it. Okay. And what's the worst is when the kids really like you. Sure. And that they're drawn to you because I'm a healer. They're drawn to me. I should probably have been a therapist. I'm kind of the art therapist. The kids come in where it's downtime for me. Anyway, the bullying has been horrible. I mean, I could tell you stories that you guys would not believe, and I'm not going to bother with that. But it came up to me Monday night, and I dreamed. I must dream. I get my ideas for my podcast in my sleep, you guys. I don't know if you knew that, but or they come to me and talk to me. Anyway, I woke up in the middle of the night, and I had an epiphany that no matter what, no matter how nasty these people have been, I have to forgive them. Do I want to always forgive them? No, you get to a point where you are wanting almost like revenge, and you keep thinking, oh, karma will get them. Karma will get them. Oh, maybe I could do something that I would feel better. And it's not going to make you feel better. Sure. But you have to get to a point where you're at peace with it and understand. And if this is a big help for me, I feel sorry for them. That you have to bully me to feel better about yourself. And if you keep putting it in that type of light, it helps a lot. I know a lot of people already know some of this, but it's kind of, it was an epiphany for me that I'm holding on to a lot of anger yet. And we're talking 6 years ago. We're talking 10 years ago. We're talking 15 years ago of some of the stuff that's been done to me. So, Well,
and that's really in all work environments, right? I mean,
it is.
Except for here at 216 and Ed, we're absolutely great.
We all get along. We do actually all get along.
But it's, I think it's interesting when people start the vibrations lower, I guess, as we take off our sights as Kizzy says about our goal.
Well, I think now, I hate to say this, but I'm going to tell you guys, because I'm going to go through how you can manage this yourself. Okay, so that's kind of what I have found that works for me. I have found most of the time they are extremely traditionally religious. And I'm not saying spiritual. There's a difference.
Sure.
There's a difference.
Yeah, big difference.
I'm talking dogma. I'm talking, I had people that were trying to get me fired years ago because I'm they thought, oh, you're like a devil worshiper or something. I am so like the opposite of that. And because I don't agree with you because they're real strict Catholics.
Sure.
Stuff like that. Okay. And that, to me, that is a low vibration. Bullying is a low vibration. Gossip is a low vibration. Jealousy is a low vibration. Because if you notice, I try really hard not to be jealous of anybody that does what I do. And I'll be like, oh, that's cool. I'm like, would you like to come on my podcast? If people are like, I think some people are surprised by that. And I'm like, no, you shouldn't be. There's enough room for all of us. And you have to have that view it that way. Okay.
Well, I mean, even I mean, even Christ, right, on the cross said, "Forgive them, for they know
Yes.
not what they do."
Yes.
And when you get into that low vibration, I think you're
Yep.
kind of just sitting there like that thing on your computer that just spins, right?
Yes.
You're not
Yeah.
really, it just sits there spinning.
Well, you also, and I want you to, my listeners will understand this because there's a reason you're following me. We were different. And different's not good in a lot of people's eyes. And I know I'm different. I've been different from them since forever. And they pick up on that. They know that I've had a lot of people tell me, and I don't know why, because I know everybody likes me here because you're watching my podcast, but there's been people that I don't like her and they don't even know me. And what it is, and this is what they have low vibration. I'm a healer. I'm here to heal. And they don't want to be healed because you know what? They are so used to being who they are in a low vibration. They think that's who they are, but that's really not who they are, but they think that. So they don't want to be healed. They don't want to see like a higher vibration and be happy and stuff like that. And so they get down into that mindset and they don't want anything to do with me. I've met people like that. And I just kind of like, wow. I don't understand, but anyway, so I'm going to tell you something though. It was a big wake up call for me. And I wanted vengeance. I mean, I'm sorry, but come on. How many of you guys, you're going to exactly tell me that you don't want them to get theirs? Do you know what I'm saying?
Right. Oh, yeah.
And we keep going, well, karma will get them.
Yeah, that's all right. Karma's a bitch.
I know, but and the thing is, it gets frustrating is when somebody does really well and you're like, okay, how is that fair? They should have gotten their karma and they haven't. Well, you have to remember there are other lifetimes too. So but I just know that especially as you're going through an awakening and you start to change, that you're going to be different. You're different than other people and a lot of humanity. Okay. So I want you guys to be aware of that because it's, I got a couple of people on here. Hi guys. So with that said, it's kind of where I'm at. And so I don't know what else to say about that. I just know that I had an epiphany that I have to, even though you don't want to forgive them, you have to kind of feel sorry for them. I've got somebody that it was so bad that I left the job. It screwed up my pension. I mean, the whole bit. And I couldn't handle it anymore. And I've had a lot of resentment. And then I sat back because of Mercury in retrograde. Blame it on Mercury in retrograde, you guys, because we are in Mercury in retrograde. Right now, this is, the 5th of June today? 4th of June.
Yeah, it's like the
2021.
5th.
So we're in the middle of a Mercury in retrograde. Mercury in retrograde for you, and I've talked about Mercury in retrograde, is for healing. So all of this came up to me. I woke up in the middle of the night with a huge epiphany going, I have to forgive them and feel sorry for them that they are wallowing a little bit. Do you know what I'm saying? And I can't even figure out what I ever did to this person. This person spread such bad rumors. And you're just.
So what do you, I mean, forgiveness, we can all say that and we can look at the person and go, I forgive you. Still does. I mean, they're still sucking your vibrations down.
Exactly.
Right?
Now this is something that I have learned. I put on in my job. I put crystals all over me, around me. Now try this because I know that it works. And I've said it before. If you take and find a nice stone, like I go buy a nice rose quartz. I know where to get them. Nice big piece of it. Put it in the middle of I put like 2 or 3 around my desk. It helps a lot. Try it. If anybody doesn't believe in the crystal things, the other day I was laughing because they're on TV and somebody goes, well, nobody should look at their sun sign, and they all laughed at them. And I'm like, you have absolutely no idea what you're talking about. Because one, it's a sun, a moon, and a rising. Put them together and they're so accurate. It's unbelievable. Anyway, so with that, you use your crystals, and there's another thing that you can do. And you just have to put a mental thing around you. Now, for me, it's I imagine myself in a green gold pyramid, because green's a healing color. Green, the chakras and all that. It's green. Green is a healer. And by the way, did you know that more doctors like the color green than any other color?
Really?
If you're in the medical field, you probably like green. Okay. You have it just is, it's a healing color. See, I love turquoise. That's my thing, like kind of a greenish blue. And it has to have a little more green than blue. I like that turquoise color, and yellow. Those are my two. Anyway, so I imagine myself like that, and I can do this. And that's why I say I can do this. Remember the affirmations. Do your affirmations. I can do this. I can make this. Right now, I'm in a low vibration right now, coming out of something that I'm going through at work again. And I think that the person didn't do it to be mean.
Okay. So a question for you, though.
Sure.
You get beaten by these people at your 9 to 5 or 8 to 3 or whatever you want to call it, your job. And then somebody calls you for a reading, and you've got to instantly move that vibration from down to nothing to like 100.
Exactly.
How does that happen?
How we raise our vibration?
Yeah.
A couple of weeks ago, remember I had a show on this. I imagine myself doing it. I know that sounds weird, you guys, but if you really, really concentrate, because I've been suffering from COVID depression.
Sure,
I'm gonna be honest.
A lot of the world has.
I've lost 4 or 5 people. I mean, to COVID, and just recently, and I'm keeping myself out of it. And if you see me at work, and I am kind of a cranky person, sometimes at work, not all the time, but sometimes. But if I come here, I'm like a different person, and everybody that knows me says that, and because I'm happy. So sure. I imagine myself being happy. You try this trick. Smile. Just smile for about 10 minutes. Don't take this. Just smile. It sends a message to your brain, and the studies have proven that. So a lot of the stuff you guys already know. I haven't told you anything new, pretty much, for quite a bit of you. But I know that you're out there. You're hurting because you've got people that are doing the low vibration crap to you too. Yeah. And as we as humans are evolving, there's more and more of us enlightened people. They're going to keep trying to push us down, especially if you're an empath. Because as an empath, we have a tendency to have much higher vibrations naturally, but also people use us.
Yeah, Shana, good morning, says, your authenticity is threatening to anyone that struggles with their own. I used to think being less, quote unquote, different was the answer. I was wrong. The answer is more. Good to remember, unconditional love does not mean unconditional tolerance, though.
Yes.
Right? I think I caught the crystal thing from you. Thanks. And then she says, are there any Crystals Anonymous meetings nearby?
Crystals Anonymous.
LOL.
That's good. That's good. So if you notice, I always have a crystal on. And I'm going to tell you something. If you think that the crystals don't work, I want you to try these, because for low vibration, trying to keep your vibration up, because I wore an amethyst for probably about 10 years at school. And it's not my children. I want you to know, children, I like working with kids because kids' spirits are so more pure. They're such a more pure, they haven't been beaten down by life,
right?
And they haven't been had other low vibration people pulling them down yet either. Anyway, and I noticed it has a huge crack in it. And if you think that none of this works, I have a story that I've told like maybe twice now, where I met a woman in Florida, and she would just started the massage therapy thing. My husband is a certified massage therapist, by the way. He isn't practicing, but but we are into that. And she comes to me and she goes, okay, I've got these crystal wands. It's for removing pain. And they're long. They're a clear, nice crystal. They're probably about this big around. They're probably about 1 inch to 2 inches around, right? They were all cracked in half. And she's like, how do you crack these? And what is going on? I didn't at first know what's going on. And then it occurs to me, she wasn't cleansing them. They got cracked from all the negative energy. So, by the way, take your crystals outside, put them in the sun every once in a while.
Lay them on the ground, yeah.
Or put them on the ground, let the earth absorb all the negative energy, or use a little salt water. Salt water for me, after I've done a lot of readings, my record is for human beings in one day is 17. My animal readings is in one day is 45. You can see why animals are pure in spirit. So I don't pick up all the negative energy, the baggage, I guess. But anyway, so do those things to keep those crystals clear because, and what I was saying was at school, I can tell when they're not there. We did a test and the kids know why, the whole generation knows why they're there. And so there's just these big, huge, quartz crystals on my desk and that, I know what those are for, Anyway, we took them out one day and the class, I have 7 classes a day. I see about 750 kids a week. I'm seeing a lot of kids. And everybody's like, well, how do you handle that without the negative energy? I got crystals. I've got different things. I go home and enjoy myself, be happy doing something I like, that kind of thing. Anyway, we took them out of the classroom and it was a pell-mell. It was absolute pell-mell. Yeah. And what we did is we put them back and everything settled back down again. So if you think that they don't work, you have to try it. Just try it. Everybody says this is pseudoscience. I want you to try it. Just try it and see how it works. Now, I have a kind of like a vendor where I'm getting my huge crystals from. And I'm like, I don't know if I need to we're talking, they're pretty big. And I'm like, I don't know if someone were to start buying them from me, they'd be quite a bit to ship because they're pretty big. They're probably about 5 to 7 pounds a piece. Wow. So, and I'm thinking, I don't know. I've thought about it because I've had some of you guys asking me for and it's top quality because you can tell because the darker the rose color in the quartz is a better quality. And so that's what I use. I've got them all around my house. They're all over the place. So anyway, but back to this. You're protecting your energy by imagining something around you as a protection. Some people act like they take the mirror and they imagine a mirror being bounced back to them. And some people, I imagine when I'm really have had enough, it's a pyramid and it's just a visualization. Okay. A visualization where there's a green goldish kind of pyramid around me. And that everything you say and do is not going to bother me. That's and I'm imagining that. I'm also doing my affirmations. Okay. Hi. Be back later. Okay. Some of you guys are starting to follow me on my daily tarot readings. I do, Monday through Friday, a daily tarot reading. Now by the way, I'm meandering. By the way, those are accurate for myself. I'm really kind of pulling cards for me because it's really, when you think about it, they're very accurate for myself. There's only been 1 or 2 days where they haven't been. Anyway, which is very interesting because as you're watching me, and I'm explaining this so in terms of, so that you guys understand this, is that your path becomes mine and we coincide. So if I start reading for you, I become a little bit part of your chart. And I know that sounds crazy, but things start aligning. Like I become your friend. Like you pick up a phone and start talking to me like I'm your friend because I've become part of your chart. So I've got people that I've read for 25 years already that I know them like a book. I'm like, well, and for your protection, when you do call me for a reading, I don't remember a thing I've said to you. I don't remember. When I hang the phone up, I don't remember. It's a protection for you and for me. But anyway, when you call me and you start reminding me, it floods back. I'll be like, oh yeah, that's right. You were talking about your niece was going to be staying over. And oh yeah, you remember that. I'm like, yeah, I do. It's an interesting thing. So with that said, and by the way, here in June, I am 40% off on past life regression. I am dropping my price of $125, which is really cheap, by the way. Or wait, no, I'm $150. I dropped it. It's down to like $85 or $90. So if you would like a past life regression, you get a whole hour with me. It's life changing, by the way. And eventually, I'm going to be talking more about the past life thing. So okay, all right. Let's see. So back to what we're doing. This is a thing to keep your vibrations up. So what we've covered is we're doing the crystals, we're doing the visualization, do the manifestation, okay? Do the I am construct that I'm making videos about this, by the way. And I'm because I think everybody needs to, because the way I'm doing it is I am has been around since Jesus. And it's,
That's right.
He said, I think 357 times he said it in the Bible. It's like I am is really huge for him, and it's huge for everybody. And I use it as an acronym because I is your intent. Your intent is everything. So are you intending to lift your vibration and to get these, let these people bother you, right? The alignment is you're trying to be the very best you. So that's your alignment. So, and you have to remember these people have low vibrations because they're not aligned. You're aligned, they're not. That's why you have a higher vibration, by the way. Okay? Be living the life you're supposed to be living. Okay? And then you're manifesting. It's happening. So by putting your intent is, I'm not going to let these people bother me because you're not going to lower my vibration. Then you manifest it. It becomes real. So if you think about it, it's kind of a simple thing. And trying to tell everybody that I am literally is an acronym, which I didn't realize until about 6 months ago, that I've been teaching this whole time in here. It's an acronym. And I'm like, oh my God, I've been doing that. So you'll be seeing a video soon on my YouTube. So be watching my YouTube.
You're not going to tell them what the acronym is.
I am.
Yeah.
Get it? The I is intent. A is alignment. M is manifest.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Get it? Okay.
Yeah.
That is the acronym. Okay. So, all right. So it's really simple. It's really simple. Anyway, so the fourth way that I really, really think that you can really keep your vibrations and let these people not get to you is surround yourself with people like you that have the same vibration.
Yeah.
It's the simplest. That's one of the simplest ways. They always say they've been talking about their tribe. And yeah, it's true. It finds somebody who thinks like you. Now, everybody's like, it's been around for 8 eons. Well, you're around people that think like you, but it's a vibration thing. It's a spiritual thing also. You have to understand that that's what's really going on. It's your spirit is vibrating at the same frequency. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah. So let's say that you attracted yourself and your mate, spouse, partner, however we want to work this, was the same vibration, but now they're low.
Okay.
It doesn't mean to run away, does it? Or quit?
No.
Right.
It doesn't. Sometimes it's their own self journey though, also.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Right.
Yeah.
And then, if I honestly think a lot of divorces, there's more to divorce than people understand because it is a vibration. Does that make sense? I really think that one person's growth. Haven't you ever heard of somebody, well, I've outgrown you? Well, what it is you've had your awakening. You've gotten your vibration up. The other person has not. So they have not kept up with you.
Yeah.
So I completely understand that. Okay. Yeah. But at the same point, still be encouraging. Depends on what you want, what you really believe, and what your belief core system is. So I understand that sometimes you're lifting their vibration. I know I have enough energy for 15 people. So I'm always, if you think about it, I lift up a lot of people. I'm lifting all these people I'm talking to right now, which is like a couple 100,000 people. So,
well, and
so,
Shana asked, do those that vibe higher inherently irritate those that don't? Like,
yes.
Even if you're not engaged with them. So you're just kind of walking by them or whatever.
Yes, Shana. Yes, that's what I've been trying to say. I irritate people sometimes. The kids are never irritated. That's why I've got students, and I'm not tooting my own horn, but I am like, every school I'm at, I'm like the number one teacher, favorite teacher. Yeah, I just am. Out of 78 teachers.
Well, sure, you're cool.
Yeah.
You're a hippie. You're cool.
I'm a cool hippie. Right. But I'm also a healer. They say to me, I don't know what it is in your classroom, but there's a calmness. There's a healing aspect. Well, yeah, I'm an art teacher too, but I listen. I don't judge. And I give off a lot of energy, a lot of calming energy.
Mm-hmm.
And I've had supervisors say they wish they could bottle what I
Mm-hmm.
do. And I didn't for the first 10 years or so know what I was doing. I finally figured out that's what I'm doing. I'm a healer. So I'm correcting energy.
Yeah.
I'm correcting they're coming in with baggage and it's kind of dissipating. And you're right though. I irritate people who don't want to be healed. There's a lot of people.
Sure.
You have to understand there are people out there that have a low vibration and they think that's what they deserve.
Mm-hmm.
They think they wallow in their unhappiness, or they, you know what I'm saying? And they don't want what you're selling. They won't buy what you're selling. And they're going to do whatever they can to make you miserable. Those are the bullies. I've been bullied a lot, and I suffer from post-traumatic stress. I'm going to be honest, from my job. I'm going to be absolutely honest with you guys.
And Ramit, and it's interesting you say that. Ramit said a little bit earlier, we flashed on the screen, but people who are hollow from inside emit negativity, and they're trying to get you, they want to kind of piss you off so that they can fill themselves with more negativity.
Yep.
Right?
And if they tick you off, then your vibration goes down.
Right.
And that's why I said I got to get rid of it. And I've been working at releasing it. Now, this is something that I do also. And that's why I made this show, because I was going to do my houses, and I got 6 more houses to go for astrology. So it'll be here. It'll be downloaded. Anyway, I literally take a piece of paper. This works really well. And I write their name on it, and then I burn it. I don't know what it is. Everybody's like, oh, is that like a spell? No, it's mental.
Yeah.
It's mental. You have no power over me anymore. Another thing I know what other people do is they've taken it and they've froze it in a block of ice. That's another one I know that people have done. But I noticed that like it's ritualistic in your head. It's like a psychological thing, and it works. And that's something that I like I said, I woke up Monday night when I'm in Mercury in retrograde, and I don't know if you guys are, and as you become more open and more awake, you will start doing things in your sleep, dreaming, all that kind of things. And that's what got this started. That's why I switched the subject matter this week.
That's it. And ladies and gentlemen, everybody out there listening, hang in there. We will get to now. Again, we started a little bit late. We're going to run a little bit late. So the questions that usually drop in at 1:15 the hour is not. We'll probably run a little bit late there today, but we'll still get to them, and we'll go past the bottom of the hour because we had a little technical difficulty. So hang in there. Now, again, if you missed any of her shows, go out to Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Anchor.fm, and just look up Metaphysical Meanderings, and you're going to get a great podcast you can listen to and learn from all of our past episodes. So make sure that you're doing that for Lana. The other thing is, hey, she does this absolutely on the house, believe it or not. If you want to support her, you can do that at PayPal. You can do that on Spotify, Anchor.fm, those type of things.
Anchor.fm.
Yep.
Yeah.
So help her out in any way that you can, because she gives out a lot of energy.
Thank you. I got some people. I don't know if I do a shout out and a thank you.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, it's your show.
Thank you, Paulette. I'm very much, I'm not making any money at this, you guys. I'm doing readings, but I'm not, and so I'm just sharing my knowledge with you, and anything helps me because I live an hour and a half away, and I'm traveling back and forth. And in about 3 weeks, by the way, I'm going to be live in Salem, Massachusetts.
That is going to be killer. It's going to be awesome.
Killer. It's going to be a killer. Yeah. So,
yeah, that's a good point. It's even the greatest of people.
Yes, Ramit is right. Yeah, there's negativity, and so that you can learn, because how would you know what positivity is if you don't know what negativity is, right?
Right.
There's got to be an opposite to everything. I had somebody say to me that there has to be a devil, because how would we know what evil is if we don't know what good is? See, I don't completely agree with that. I completely agree that there is evil, but I don't know if it's this little guy with a little pitchfork running around.
Yeah.
But anyway, and that's my viewpoint. Anyway,
we've all encountered evil.
And this is something that I've been saying, and I'm going to be putting it on T-shirts because it's just such a good. And I came up. This is my quote. Okay, it has to do with karma. Okay, you guys, because I'm going to open this up for readings in a second. It takes just as much energy to do good as it does to do bad. So choose wisely. Quote karma. Think about that.
Yeah.
Because it's so true, right? So with that said, get out there, do good. When your vibration you feel is getting low and you start getting cranky or resentful or angry or mean, or if you really concentrate, you can lift your own vibration.
Yeah.
You just have to concentrate. Go into a meditation. Go in to do a little yoga, do whatever. Go hug a tree. I still am a big believer in hugging trees. Get out in nature. Do something where you're down, where there's downtime for a while, and concentrate on lifting your vibration. And if you have to, smile. Oh, Valerie, have a reading on Monday. Yeah, I'm booked on Monday already. So, by the way, I get pretty booked up. So, it's doing pretty well. Thanks for all your guys' support.
Being booked up's better than being backed up. I'm just saying.
Okay, Ken. So anyway, with that said, I don't know what time it is because, okay, it says 10:10 here, 10:10 there, and 10:15 there. Yeah. So anyway, I'm going to open it up because if anybody's got any questions for me, because I want to, Kent has been encouraging me to do just one show where there's just questions.
I know it'd kill you. It's a lot of energy, but I think it'd be awesome.
Oh no, you know what? Like I said, I read it I read at a couple of stores. I read at 5 stores. And I make circles all summer. And I'll read one day, and I go around reading. And I'm there 8 hours. So I've read for up to 16 people. I told you my record's 17.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I read for 17 people, trust me, I have to go home, and I'm very ritualistic. This is what I do. And I don't know if you guys do this or you can follow this, but I go home and I take something like with salt. It's like a salt bath, something to do with water and salt. Well, usually just gets me in the right place.
Rebalance.
So yeah. So
8:41 p.m. over in India. We love having you on here.
Oh, good.
Thank you. Yeah.
Oh, hi. I've been thinking about a lot of people in a lot of places because I'm keeping track now on my Anchor, and I'm going to say this in another language that I do speak fluent French. Pour les gens en France, je voudrais dire que peut-être je parle français, cet podcast. And so maybe this podcast will be in French. I can do it in French. Je dois admettre que ma français n'est pas très bon. Et tout le temps. Je confonds les deux, a et de. I confuse my prepositions. And I'll say to and from, and I mix them sometimes. But I'm fluent. I actually have my bachelor's degrees in French.
Man, that's cool.
Yeah. And I speak some Spanish too. Yo continúo estudiando español, pero no hablo español muy bien. So I speak, and ich spreche ein wenig Deutsch, aber meine Deutsch ist nicht so gut. So I learned that stuff from my grandparents. My grandparents spoke German, so I picked it up a little bit. But I just see that 2 to 3% are from Spain and from France. So that's why I've thought about going in French and seeing if I could do it. I don't think my French is quite good enough. I would probably be more like franglais, where I'd be mixing it all together a little bit. But anyway, so that's for my friends in other places because I've got lots of people. I would say about half is the United States. Mm-hmm. The rest is everywhere else.
So we're going to open it up for about the next 20 minutes or so for questions. I just want to remind everybody that we've got 2 different Facebooks going, 2 different YouTubes going, and a TikTok. So
you can ask me questions now.
We've got questions coming from everywhere. So if it looks like she's scanning the globe, she really is.
I really am. Yeah. I'm scanning here, and I'm scanning up here. So,
all right. Valerie starts right off by saying there's a new guy messaging me. Do you see anything happening?
Is he younger than you? Do you know, Valerie? I feel like he's younger than you. He's okay, but he doesn't want anything steady. He doesn't want a steady relationship. He just wants to have a little fun. And I don't mean like that. I mean, just like he doesn't want anything. He wants it more casual. I just want to let you know. Okay.
Nice.
All right. Who else do we have? I'm looking at all of these.
Yes.
Sabrina wants to know, do you use a quantum medallion? Are you talking about, Sabrina? They're like round and they have the Kabbalah on them. Get back to me and tell me if that's what you're talking about. Okay. Hi. It tastes. I don't know how to say it, but I know who this is. Taste Han Hervik. I need to call you. I know I do. And I apologize. She's been trying to get a hold of me and I have not called her. I think you guys don't realize that I'm going 1,000,000 miles a minute. You can see I have really, really high energy all the time. Like this is always me, like 24/7. And I'm also getting ready for my hosta sale. I also have a greenhouse and I am digging up hostas and I need to sell my hostas. So I've been doing all of that and school just ended. So I'm juggling. And if I don't get back to somebody right away, please don't be offended because I will get back to you. Okay. All right.
Jackie says, my daughter just graduated high school. Will she get a part-time job soon as she's been applying since beginning of May?
She wants just part-time because I feel like it's more full-time. It's more like 30 plus hours. It might not be completely 40, but it's going to be like 32 hours. Yes, she will. And she looks like July. Okay, Jackie. Okay. All right. I'm looking at all of these.
Yeah.
Oh, Sabrina says, yes, I do. Sabrina. Okay. Back to the medallion. Do I use a quantum medallion? I use it's a Japanese magnet medallion. And I think I've told you the story here that I used it with an aqua aura crystal and it shot straight out. It was blinding some of my friends. And so I have to be aware what I'm wearing around me because they interact with each other. So right now I've got a smoky quartz and a shungite on. So just thought I would mention that. But yes, I do believe in those. They do work, Sabrina. So I really do feel like they do. So, okay.
Anna asks, I have a girlfriend who over the past few years, we've become really good friends. She's been talking about moving back to Texas. Do you see her moving back or is she going to stick around?
She's moving back, but it won't be for a little while. Anna, it's more like maybe a year to year and a half. It'll take her a while to get the funds, get moved. Are you going to visit her? Or are you going to move with her? I feel like you might be some way. For some reason, Ann, I feel like you're moving. So I don't know where that comes from. Okay. All right.
Brenda asks, good morning. Am I supposed to move soon to Oklahoma with a friend?
Okay. Did I pick that move up from Brenda or did I pick that up from Anna?
Yeah.
Remember, I've got 150 to 200,000 people watching right now. I'm wondering if I picked that up. With a friend. See what I picked. You know, Anna, I might have crisscrossed you, so I apologize. I might be one question ahead. I do that sometimes. When you guys call for a reading, I'm one question ahead all the time. And I'll be answering them before you ask them because I'm talking to your family, your relatives, and they're giving me answers before. Like you even open your mouth sometimes, and I'm like, sorry. I'm just, Make your plans, though. Make sure it's well planned. Okay, for the move. Okay.
Nice.
I've applied to. I've got somebody here on TikTok. I've applied to dozen of jobs. Are any of them are for me? No, because you are supposed to be doing something different. You're not in you're not in alignment. You need to do some soul searching and figure out what you're really supposed to do. Because I want to say that it's working with people, and you're not quite. And it's not like you're completely wrong. But you're partially, you got to look in a different way, in a slightly different field, just a little different. You will be successful. Okay.
Nice.
Yes, we got that. See, I'm looking at all these screens.
Shayna says, Kent, we need to see you on camera. You're like McHenry's own Joe Rogan.
Shayna.
Liz says, good morning. I recently left a toxic work environment. Will I be successful on my current job search?
You were supposed to left. You were supposed to have left. This is the time of change. It's like your soul couldn't take another day of it, right? Like you just couldn't do it anymore, right? You're going to find something, but it's going to be more in August or September. So hunker down, make sure you're paying your bills and just watch your money. You'll be okay. All right.
Melissa says, "Hey, Lana, will I find what I was meant to do in work/life? And will I go early in my second pregnancy?"
So I want to say, okay, so you're pregnant. So I want to say that what you're supposed to be doing, you're not going to know for 3 or 4 years at least, maybe even 4 or 5, because you're going to be busy with this kid. Now, I think it's a boy because it's a male energy. There's like very active and very athletic. That's more of a male energy, not that females are not, athletic, but, and if you go early, it won't be too much. It'll be like maybe 2 weeks or less. Tell me your due date and I can tell you. Okay.
Yeah. Awesome.
All right. Do I have any questions? Oh, she says thank you.
You got it.
Okay. Very worried. Okay, go ahead. Because I can't see them all.
Yep. Even though I'm moving to Georgia, I still haven't found a place to live. Will I find a place to live? Mary Cox asks.
Mary, okay. I feel like you might be a roommate with somebody. So look at this differently. And I feel like it's a good person, though. It's a right person. I want to say you might even somehow know them or somebody that knows them, like through somebody, or it's something like that. And that is the right person to get you set up. You won't always be living like that. It'll take 2 years or so, and then you're finally going to get your own place.
And that's what, the age of Aquarius, new starts, right? I mean, so don't be scared of that.
Yep.
That's good. Twania. Bernard, will my son be successful in his musical venture?
Yes, but he might want to give up. Don't let him give up. If he's really, really devoted to this, it's going to take about 4 years or more, maybe even 5. But if he's going to want to give up, he's going to want to change directions. It's up to him. It's a free will. But if he doesn't give up, he will eventually be successful.
Hang in there. That's great.
Okay.
Sweet Gestures asks, will I be receiving money from my lawsuit? Do you have a time frame?
Okay. So, okay. I don't know why. It won't be the amount of money you want. It'll be like a settlement. Yes, but it's about 1.5 years away. And I'm sorry, but it is. It's not coming soon enough. And I know you're frustrated. And I feel like you're resentful and angry about something too. So I don't know if they've just drugged this out so long that you've just about had enough, but it's going to be drug out even more. And I'm sorry, but I do see money coming. But it's not as much as you wanted, but it's better than nothing. Okay.
Beautiful.
All right.
Marissa asks, very worried about my grandma. She's going to be 90 in October, and her son is living with her due to separation. Any messages? Well,
she's got a few years yet left. She has not. I can see when I know this. I don't know if you guys as media, a lot of you guys are listening. You're also psychics. I know you are. I get it. And mediums. When I start to see somebody fade, like their light isn't as like they appear kind of hazy to me. It means they're getting ready to leave. She's got at least 3 more years, maybe even 4. She's actually pretty healthy for her age, and she likes having him there because she doesn't, because she's not alone. But at the same point, he's driving her crazy for some reason, and she wants him out, kind of. Like I want to say, like he's. Like won't let her do something and acts like she's a frail old woman, and she's like, well, I'm not a frail old woman, I can do this, and she's stubborn. So even though she probably wants him there, she doesn't want him there. So I don't know if that makes sense. So okay.
Nice. Kidda asks, can you see me and my daughter finding a new home?
Keep looking. It's going to be a little while. It'll be probably toward the end of the year into the next before you find the right thing. Do not take the first thing. I know you're going to be tempted to take something that's not going to match you coming up here. Don't do it. Take the right thing because it'll be meant for you. Wait till it comes your way because you're losing your patience already. Okay.
Wow, great. Stephanie says, I have a feeling something big is about to happen in my life. Can you see what it is?
I want to say it's career. I want to say that you're like either going to leave your job, get a different job, or start a business. There's something where it's going to grow. And is it in the psychic arts? Is it in like the esoteric arts? I want it, Stephanie. There's something spiritual about it. So hit back, go get back on here and tell me, because it's something that's just, it matches your vibration. There we go. We were just talking about. Go. Okay. All right. Let's see what else we got. Do you read everyone? I just want to know if my grandma's with me. Allie Davis off of TikTok. Would she have brown hair? I wasn't a very big person. Sometimes wore glasses, but I wanted to say her glasses were maybe on a string or something like that. I want to say that her hair was dark, but it was peppery. But as she got older, it went gray. And she's kind of would say what she thought. Okay. She wasn't like quiet or anything. She put you in your place if you needed to be put in your place. Tell me if that's her. Okay. Because there is a person with you like that. And I want to say that they are older. They weren't real short. I don't know why, but like I'm wearing black today. I want to say she would wear black. Like I look good in black. That's why I wear it so much. But she, for some reason,
you look good in anything. Come on, Lana.
Yeah, don't I wish. Okay, so let's go back to this. Okay, we got this answer. All right. Next.
So Jackie Fraser says, "Thank you for today. You've clarified everything I've thought about over the past couple of years."
Oh, good.
Awesome.
Maybe this show was just for you, Jackie.
You
are a follower, and thank you.
Yeah, thank you. And Mandy asks, "Hi, Lana. Should I stay where I am now or relocate to another state? If another state, where do you see my family moving?"
I feel like you're relocating. I don't feel it's in the same city. You have two options. You can relocate in your state in another city. That's quite a bit of far. It's like opposite side of the state or something. But also there's another place you can go. And I would say the vibration is good. I want to say out west.
Oh, nice.
Somewhere out west. I don't feel like it's south. I feel like it's drier. That's why I said it's somewhere out west. Okay. So, okay, either one would be good for you. You need to be around your tribe. You're having a hard time. Some of the people around you are even in the neighborhood or wherever you're at, it's dragging you down. Now, one interesting thing about, like some cities have a vibe.
Yeah.
You know why, right? It was you can go and look up the day a city was founded, and that is their zodiac sign. Now, think about this. It's true. The zodiac sign of Madison, Wisconsin. If you know Madison, Wisconsin, it's a big hippie place. It's just like super liberal.
Good vibe, always.
It was found. It's an Aquarius. It was founded in February. See what I'm saying? Yeah. It is like that. It really, and if you really want to know the feeling of a city and the way it is, then look up their sign of the day of founding. No joke. I got into that recently, and I've been looking at that.
How about that?
So, yep.
Brittany says, "New move, new home, same placements of fiance, kids. Any messages?"
New move, new home, same. You did the right thing. They're proud of you. There's somebody coming through that has, he's balding on top. He's got like a ring of hair, gray, but yet he looked like he was in pretty good shape. And he wasn't, like he was a little bit more muscular, but he was a little older. And I mean, he always took good care of himself. Very blue eyes. He says he's very proud of you. So is that a grandpa, a great grandpa, or an uncle? It's somebody above you. Nice. Okay, Brittany?
Nice. Liz says, "Thank you." Emma says, "I have no questions this week, but sending lots of grateful and positive energy your way for everything you do to help us." Thank you, Lana.
Thank you, Emma.
Yeah. Mary Cox says, "Thank you, Lana. My daughter wants me to move in with her and her boyfriend until I find a place on my own. I just hope that's not a long time." So yeah, she is moving in with somebody else.
Okay. Yeah. Mary, I know this sounds, I would not do it. You're going to end up with fighting with her a lot or something. It's just not a good move for you. That's what they're telling me. From the other side, you got two family members. You got a woman coming through with medium brown hair. I want to say it's a mom. Her hair was kind of long, and she would put it back and like wind it up. And her eyes are kind of a green sort of. And she's telling me that she doesn't think that's a wise idea. Yeah. I think it might be a mom or a grandma. It might be an aunt, but she just thinks it's not a very wise idea. Okay. Yeah.
Yep. Marissa says, "Thank you. So on point."
Hi, Sammy.
Shayna asks, will we see here in America, will we see a national vaccine mandated?
I want to say that no, but I am going to say you're not going to be able to travel without them. I said that when the vaccines first came out. You're going to have
By
to have
air.
by air
Yeah.
or leaving the country. Crossing borders. I knew that. That's why I want it, because I'm going to I'm going to Vancouver this summer. I'm going to both coasts this summer. Anyway, I've got a friend in Vancouver. I've got friends all over now. People that I talk to.
The European Union is doing a digitalized one.
They
yeah,
okay.
They've already started.
And I'm going to both coasts. Anyway, I knew that to cross that border, I was going to need it. So I went and got my vaccine. I'm not a big vaxxer. I was torn about it. I really was. And I decided, even my husband, who had a seizure from the first vaccine. Yes, he did. He had a seizure from the first vaccine. The second one he got, he was fine.
Here's what I'll just say. Just be good, people.
Yes.
You know, don't forget everything we learned over the last year. And, just be nice to people and,
yes.
quit getting in fights with them about
How about one
stuff.
or two more questions? How's that?
All right. Stephanie says, you had mentioned you feel it was kind of something spiritual for Stephanie.
Yes.
I want to put my gifts to use in business, but I'm afraid to get out of my comfort zone.
That's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Stephanie, I want to say it's crystal healing. Something to do with crystals, because we're some type of healing. Yeah, I was right. I thought it was a spiritual thing.
Mm-hmm.
I have Sammy on here. I've been seeing 1111 past couple days. That's your wake up call. What do you need to change? There's a change. There's a change happening. What do you need to change? That's all I have to say to that. Okay.
Fantastic.
Right.
Leah Carr, and welcome back, Leah. Missed you for a few weeks. Lana, I've missed you the past few Saturdays. I'm going to rewind and watch this episode immediately. I'm happy I caught the question part, though. Wondering, what are your feelings about the vibes?
What do you mean, Leah, by the vibes? The vibes right now?
At my home.
At your home?
Yep.
I feel like there's a settling down. Now, has anybody ever told you thought you might have a haunted house?
Ooh,
I think you might have something in your house. I don't feel like it's bad. Now, when I clean houses, and I do that, I also clear houses, by the way, that a lot of times it's a ball of energy you've created, and it's not an entity, but it's a ball of energy.
Look here what she says. I've always lived in the same location my whole life and have always felt like this place is on top of a burial ground or something like that. I don't know why I feel that way. What do you think?
There's something in your house. I know sometimes I say it's a ball of energy. I want to say there's a being that maybe owned the property before you. And they're not harmful, but you can clear him out. Now, this is what I do, because I do this for people, because I find if I have something in my house that I've attracted, or it comes in my house, I have somebody else clear it, and they just sage everything. And we do it's ritualistic because it's psychological. You can control all this, right?
Yeah.
You have to remember, you are alive. They are dead. You have more energy than they do. Okay. And what you need to do is put your foot down. I'm not putting up with you. You're either going to leave me alone or I'm making you leave. And everybody's like, oh, I'm afraid they'll attack me. You know what? You're letting them. You have more energy. You are letting them. Put your foot down. I mean, I have dealt with some really big crap. I mean, I have gone through, there was a place they were devil worshiping.
Yeah,
now, I don't believe in the devil, but there's evil, and you're attracting evil. And I've cleared the whole house out. Oof. And I said, you're going to get out. That's it. I'm not putting up with it. And they are gone. I don't care when anybody says it does work. Don't put up with them. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So if you really want it gone, tell them you're going to leave. You're going to leave me alone, or you're going to leave me alone and be quiet and respectful, or you're gone, because you can't get rid of them. Have somebody sage and say some prayers. Yes, it will work. Okay.
Right. S. Chana says, hi, will my home sell soon? Thanks.
Hi Tiffy. She says, happy Saturday. Me too. Let's see, back to this. Oh, will my house sell soon? Something about 3 or 4. So I don't know if it's 3 days, 3 weeks, no, it's definitely not 3 months. It's just not. It's 3 to 4. And I don't know what that means, but I think it's probably, would you be able to close that fast? I don't know. 3 to 4. 3 to 4. That's all I get. Okay. It might be even days. I know it's going to sell pretty fast, and you're going to get you're going to get what you want plus a little more somehow. So they might even overbid. Okay.
Nice. Right. And we'll take any extra here. And Noella Simmons says, I'm taking a move to a new state for a job, looking for a place to live. Will I get it soon?
Yes. Secured by August. So I don't know if you found it. It's June now. So in about 6 weeks. So hopefully you'll just walk right into it. I feel like you haven't made the move completely yet or something. There's some type of tying up of stuff you've got to do. Okay.
Stephanie says, yep, I'm a healer physically and spiritually. Thank you.
Yep.
Yeah, fantastic.
That's what you need to be doing, Stephanie. That's what I was picking up like big time on that.
Melissa asks, will I stick with my current job? Melissa Elves.
Yeah, for a while until you can't take it anymore. I don't know what that means. I just repeated that. So, and when I say something off the top of my head, I'm usually right because I'm channeling and they're speaking through me. So you won't, in about a year and a half, you're not going to be able to take it anymore. That's what I get. Okay.
Yeah. And folks, if you have deeper questions, want to go deeper, visit her at www.enchantedskyrighthere.com. Set up a reading and she'll go even deeper with you and let you know. Great questions today. Love everybody being here. Very humbled, which is awesome. Yeah, absolutely. But Mary Cox says, could my living with a roommate be a new love in my life?
Could my living with a roommate be? It could be because you love your life. I want you guys to understand when new love, and you'll see new love cards in a tarot deck and they'll lay, doesn't necessarily mean it's like a person that you marry and, you're romantic. It could be somebody you deeply love. I deeply love my best friend. Deeply. And people don't even understand it. I think they think that I'm in a relationship with her sometimes because we're so close. And I'm like, no, I'm married, but I love her. I mean, you know what I'm saying? And that's love. Love is love is love is love. So, in English, we don't have agape. We don't have other words for brotherly love. We just say love. Well, there's different types. So, okay.
All right. That's going to put us right at the hour.
Hi, Andrea. This is the end of the hour. Sorry. You guys have to come back next week.
Yep. And remember, visit www.enchantedSky.com. Visit Spotify. Look up all of her podcasts out there. Reach out to her. Join in, support, follow, all the love that we can. Anna says, that's my girlfriend.
Yeah.
So there you go. All right. For all of us here at 21.6 Net, we're very humbled and blessed that thank you for getting caught in the net here this morning with us. And Metaphysical Meanderings will be back next week. Same psychic time, same psychic channel.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's 1960s thing.
Yeah, right. You have to be our age. We're the same age.